very important issue. With the help of the Foundation for Human Rights in Cuba and Cuban Freedom March, we have been able to identify 20 Cuban oppressors that are living in the state of Florida and actively seeking asylum in the United States. Our community in South Florida and in other parts of our state has been the home away from home for Cubans who have fled the inhumane communist authoritarian regime that has governed Cuba for the past 64 years. Most of these asylum seekers who have fled communist Cuba did so because of the oppression and tyranny faced in their nation of birth. We are here today because these 20 individuals, and it's important to highlight, they are just some of the ones we've been able to identify. There could be more, and unfortunately, I am sure that there are more. They are seeking to have the same asylum privileges that are afforded to people who have fled Cuba for genuine reasons. These 20 individuals that we have identified have direct ties to the Cuban regime and their apparatus of oppression and human rights violations. And they are directly responsible for propping up the regime and their mechanisms of violence against their fellow Cuban brothers and sisters. We cannot allow these individuals, these oppressors, to be afforded the status of asylum when they were directly involved in the oppression of our Cuban brothers and sisters seeking freedom and democracy back on the island. We stand with our community and we denounce these oppressors. And we will not be silent or turn a blind eye to these imposters who today seek the benefit of asylum. Our call here today is that they are denied asylum status for their human rights violations against the Cuban people and collaboration with the Cuban regime. We will also be sending a letter to Congress and Secretary of Homeland Security Mayorkas requesting the denial of asylum to these oppressors. I'm happy to make remarks in Spanish as well, but I would invite my colleague, Senator Jay Collins, to say a few words of the conversation.
I appreciate y'all being here today. As you all know, I fought for our freedoms here at home and around the globe. It is extremely important to be here and speak out along with Senator Maria and the rest of our team today. As a Green Beret, our motto is De Oppresso, Libera, free the oppressed. I proudly fought for freedom with brothers and sisters from other countries, and I'm proudly continuing that fight here in the state of Florida as a senator. The community I represent, Tampa, is home to many who fled the oppressive Cuban regime. Ybor City has a rich history of support for the original cause of freedom of the Cuban people. It was home to Cuba's freedom hero, the legendary leader, Jose Marti. I am here today to denounce those oppressors and to raise my voice here. That we cannot afford them the same asylum privileges as those who have fled oppression when they themselves were the oppressors. I also want to use the opportunity to remind our local leaders back at home in the Tampa region, those who met with an ambassador of evil this past week. This ambassador from the oppressive regime has no place. There is not a single thing to be learned, exchanged, or conversed with an ambassador from the communist Cuban regime. Our community denounces your actions, and yes, we are watching. We stand in solidarity with those seeking freedom and democracy in Cuba. Thank you.
We'll go ahead with the Spanish. Buenas tardes. Gracias a todos por estar aquí hoy para dar luz a este tema tan importante. Con la ayuda de la Fundación para los Derechos Humanos en Cuba y Cuban Freedom March, Marcha por la Libertad de Cuba, hemos podido identificar a 20 opresores cubanos que viven en el estado de la Florida y buscan activamente asilo en los Estados Unidos. Nuestra comunidad en el sur de la Florida y en otras partes de nuestro estado ha podido ayudar el segundo hogar para los cubanos que han huido del régimen inhumano, comunista y autoritario que ha gobernado Cuba durante los últimos 64 años. La mayoría de estos solicitantes de asilo que huyeron de la Cuba comunista lo hicieron debido a la opresión y la tiranía que enfrentaban en su país de origen. Estamos hoy aquí porque estos 20 opresores, y es importante resaltar que son solo algunas de las que hemos podido identificar. Podría haber más y lamentablemente estoy segura de que hay más. Están buscando tener los mismos privilegios de asilo que se otorgan a las personas que han huido de Cuba por razones genuinas. Estas 20 personas que hemos identificado tenían vínculos directos con el régimen cubano y su aparato de opresión y violaciones de los derechos humanos, y son los responsables directos de ayudar y asistir al régimen y sus mecanismos de violencia contra sus propios ciudadanos. No podemos permitir que a estos individuos y estos opresores se les otorgue el estatus de asilo cuando estuvieron directamente involucrados en la opresión de nuestros hermanos y hermanas cubanos que buscan la libertad y la democracia en la isla. Apoyamos a nuestra comunidad y denunciamos aquí, mi colega y yo, a estos opresores, y no callaremos ni daremos la vista al lado a estos impostores que hoy buscan el beneficio de los asilados. Nuestro llamado aquí el día de hoy es que se les niegue el estatus de asilo por las violaciones de derechos humanos contra el pueblo cubano y su colaboración con el régimen cubano. También enviaremos una carta al Congreso y al Secretario de Seguridad Nacional Mallorca solicitando la denegación de asilo a estos opresores. Muchas gracias, estamos disponibles para cualquier pregunta.
But can you talk about how did it get to this point? How is it that you have people who were so involved in the Castro regime to get to our shores and to gain a footing here and gain almost residency?
Thank you. That's a very good question. Unfortunately, because of what we're seeing in our country's southern border and with the ease in which people have been able to come into our country with very little, if any, oversight, it's really open for anyone. And so these people, not only through there, but also through our shore, they have been sailing here, and that's how they have been able to come in. Because again, a lot of these people, they're not being turned away, they're not being vetted properly. As such, they were coming and they're staying here and acting as if they are seeking asylum, just like hundreds of thousands of others who are actually in an actual situation seeking asylum.
I'm working for my friend Anna over at Telemundo. Can you give me en español that same answer?
Yes, I can say it in Spanish.
Thank you so much.
Lamentablemente es muy difícil parar a estas personas que vienen a nuestro país porque en estos momentos tenemos una crisis de migración y nuestros borders están completamente abiertas, las fronteras están abiertas y esas personas están entrando y actuando como si fueran asilados políticos normales, personas decentes, y por eso es que se están poniendo en cara a nuestro país con mucha facilidad.